This episode is brought to you by The Guarantors. Facing rising renter fraud? Don't let fraudulent applications compromise your financial stability. The Guarantors provide a safety net that protects your rent roll and minimizes bad debt. Why risk it? Talk to The Guarantors and secure your property's financial health. Visit theguarantors.com/multifamily today. Welcome to the Multifamily Collective. It happens to be a Saturday night, and I'm doing some batch recording because my wife and I are headed out to Ireland in about a week. And I'm trying to get the daily episodes recorded and produced and scheduled so that we don't miss a day that we send a message out this year. So wanted to talk about a question that you can ask yourself. If you are thinking about long-term strategy in your organization, think about the question, what would be worth it? If you're sitting down and you're thinking through several different examples or initiatives that you need to put forth in a coming up quarter or a coming up year, ask yourself what would be worth it. Now, there's a problem a lot of times in organizations where you get caught up in the short term. You need to create and post short-term results, and you do it at the sacrifice of long-term benefits. And that happens all the time. Things come up and you get busy, or people create crisis in your organization, from the CEO to downstream team members. Everything is a crisis. They run around like their hair is on fire. And many times you get caught up in that, and you have to post some sort of short-term gain, but you do it at the expense of the long-term benefits. So you get caught up in sort of paying attention to what is urgent instead of paying attention to what is important in your organization. And I think the thing that this question, what would be worth it, does is it creates this gap. It gives cause for you to pause. There's cause for pause, and then you can think through what the long-term benefits are. And you can look at the cost of paying attention or addressing crises as they come up, or crisis as it comes up. So there's a real benefit to that pause. There's a real, let's just create an example for a second. If you're thinking about a team member development program, leadership development, business coaching, whatever you want to term it or label it, you're thinking about putting an initiative in place to teach and train and mentor and coach the people in your organization, but then crisis erupts and you avoid the program, or you don't completely implement it. And 2 years down the road, you wonder why the leadership development program hasn't really produced any gain in your organization. It hasn't produced results in your organization. You in your head think you rolled it out, but you really didn't roll it out because you really didn't give it the time and the commitment that was necessary to make it successful. And if you're not putting time into it, if you're not making that investment, it's kind of like the mutual fund principle of investing. You want to get dividends on the backside, right? You've got to give time and attention to those things, that myriad of things in your organization that are going to produce dividends down the road. And so you have to make some near-term investments, understanding that you're going to experience a little pain along the way before those dividends start to produce themselves. Or you're going to have to experience some short-term nominal results, nominal returns, in order to get those exponential returns down the road. But it's because you've invested that time and the money and the energy in understanding what you're buying, what you're implementing, the change management programs that you have to put in place to get something to go. So my encouragement to you today with this video is to really pay attention to those things that are impacting your organization, and do it by asking yourself the question, would it be worth it? Would it be worth it? Or what would be worth it? This thing you're looking at. Take care. We'll talk to you again soon.